If you've been feeling overwhelmed with anxiety lately, try listening to a guided meditation on the Meditation for Anxiety podcast. Meditation is a proven, natural way to help you calm down and dissolve stress so you can feel lighter and happier. So subscribe for free today to the Meditation for Anxiety podcast by searching for Meditation for Anxiety on your favorite podcast player.
This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 2363. Yes, you can beat your sugar habit. Here's how, by David Cameron Smith with lesmills.com, and I'm Dr. Neil, your host and narrator. Welcome back to another edition of Optimal Health Daily. This is where I read to you from some of the best health and fitness blogs on the web, kind of like an ongoing audiobook. And we have a bunch of shows covering different topics. Check them all out by searching for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this. But with that, let's get right to today's post and optimize your life. Yes, you can beat your sugar habit. Here's how, by David Cameron Smith with lesmills.com. Sugar is everywhere. The best guess is that people eat and drink somewhere between 20 and 25 teaspoons of sugar each and every day. Sometimes you'll hear sugar referred to as caloric sweeteners. It is the natural sweetener found in fruit and vegetables, but unless you drink large fruit juices and smoothies every day, most of the sugar in your diet comes from processed foods and drinks. The standout is carbonated or fizzy drinks, where just a large can or small bottle will typically contain 10 or more teaspoons of sugar with absolutely no nutritional value. But sugar is added to everything from breakfast cereals to ketchup, and even to savory sauces and snacks. As part of a lifestyle involving little physical activity and an abundance of other energy-loaded foods, sugar is just one factor that may be leading to the global obesity epidemic. It's not the only factor contributing to weight gain, but it is a contributor that can largely be avoided. Given its prevalence in modern diets and its proven health risks, we need to ask, how dangerous is sugar in and of itself? The latest science of sugar is complex, and there are divided opinions about its innate health effects. Chemically, sugar, or sucrose, is one molecule of glucose joined to one molecule of fructose. What is agreed is that biochemically, glucose and fructose are different. Just how different is a hot debate in biochemistry circles. Chemically, glucose and fructose are identical, except glucose is a 6-carbon ring and fructose is a 5-carbon ring. Glucose and fructose are taken up largely by the liver. Once there, the 5-carbon ring of fructose is converted into a 6-carbon ring, forming glucose. One side of the scientific debate says this is the end of the story. So the health effects, if there are any, are a consequence of too much sugar because it's a form of simple calories and not enough of everything else required for health, including dietary fiber, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. But the other side of the scientific debate suggests there's more to the story because of what happens during the conversion of fructose to glucose. This is not a straightforward metabolic reaction, and free radicals, which are dangerous reactive oxygen compounds, including bleach, which can damage cells, are generated in the process. It's thought this may trigger inflammation in the liver. One of the key underlying disturbances important in the development of heart disease and diabetes is inflammation. Whether fructose actually causes these diseases is at the center of the scientific debate. Irrespective of how dangerous fructose turns out to be, no one disagrees that having too much sugar in your diet is a bad thing. So that leads to the next question. Is sugar truly addictive? There's little doubt that sugar can provide a wonderful buzz, so much so for some people that it is a hard habit to break. It can take tremendous self-discipline to fight the siren call of sweet delights. This power can be explained by sugar's double appeal. The first involves our biology. Humans have evolved to love sweetness, since it's a sign that the fruit is ripe and full of calories. It's so powerful that we worked out how to manage bees and avoid being stung to enjoy honey. In the modern developed world, the need to select high-calorie sweet foods to survive is redundant, but the same biological drivers are still at work, and the processed food industry has evolved to meet those appetites, which is the other powerful appeal exerted by sugar. The combination of ancient biology and modern food technology is what has you coming back again and again, one nibble, bite, or gulp at a time. But this is not the same thing as an addiction. There is no evidence that sugar is an addictive substance. Unlike genuinely addictive chemicals, there's no chemical rush or short-lived euphoria. The sugar buzz is all in the taste and the momentary pleasures of eating. It's largely all gone long before the sugar is digested and the glucose and fructose enter the bloodstream. For sure, a sugar habit is hard to break, but this isn't a chemical addiction. It's a taste sensation you crave. The notion that sugar withdrawal is the root cause of mood swings, headaches, aching joints, and even phobias is not scientifically supported. But my cravings are real, like really real, people will say. It is sometimes suggested that sugar cravings occur to combat falling blood sugar. Sorry to bust this myth too, but there's no evidence that by mid-afternoon blood sugar levels start to fall, triggering the desperate quest for junk food. It's mainly a mood thing that can trigger those little thoughts of a sweet treat. Maybe it's due to boredom, fatigue, or work overload. Sugar cravings, then, have less to do with biology than with moods and emotions. From depression, loneliness, and boredom to elation and celebration, there is a sugar fix marketed for that. Right from our infant years, sweets form the basis of reward for good behavior. Bad behavior means the opposite, no candy. So it's little surprise we develop powerful emotional and physical cues to sweet foods and drinks. These run deep in our psyches. Can you break the sugar cycle? Yes. It's impossible to go completely sugar-free, and diets promoting the removal of all sugars, processed and natural, are not sustainable in the real world. But it is possible to make practical and long-lasting adjustments that won't have you climbing the walls as you suppress the urge to sneak a snack. 1. Set realistic goals. No one is perfect, so take baby steps in cutting excessive sugar from your daily diet. 2. Choose low sugar foods. There is a range of food choices, and a simple tactic is to substitute one type of food or drink with a low sugar or non-caloric sweetened variety. But this is only a halfway step. It's always better to choose minimally or unprocessed foods. Buy fresh, make it yourself, and enjoy. 3. Be wise to your nibble needs. It's best to eat meals rather than snacks, but if you need to snack, choose the snacks nature provides, fruit or nuts. Even a sweet fruit contains less sugar than a processed food, and it also comes packed with much more goodness, including fiber, vitamins, and minerals. 4. Step away from the snacks. It's often those quiet moments in the kitchen when the urge strikes. The best tactic is not to buy sugary snacks and drinks in the first place, so it's simply not an option. And 5. Celebrate wisely. Be mindful of how much you eat and beware of that drink or 3. Alcohol reduces self-inhibition, including the ability to say no to burgers, fries, and pizza. Plus, you're already getting your daily fill of sugar in that beer or wine, even without the nibbles. You just listened to the post titled, "Yes, You Can Beat Your Sugar Habit. Here's How," by David Cameron Smith with lesmills.com. Is hiring challenging? Yes. Do you love a challenge? Also yes. You need a hiring partner that can help you rise to the challenge. You need Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform where you can attract, interview, and hire all in one place. Instead of spending hours on multiple job sites searching for candidates with the right skills, Indeed's a powerful hiring platform that can help you do it all. With Instant Match, over 80% of employers get quality candidates whose resume on Indeed matches their job description the moment they sponsor a job, according to Indeed Data US. One of the things I love about Indeed is that Indeed shows you candidates whose resumes fit your description immediately after you post, so you can hire faster. Start hiring now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/health. Offer good for a limited time. Claim your $75 credit now at Indeed.com/health. Indeed.com/health. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Dr. Neal here for my commentary. I loved all of David's suggestions for breaking the sugar cycle. I would just add one other suggestion. If you do have sugary snacks and drinks in the house, you could, of course, get rid of them by giving them away or hide those foods and drinks. As the saying goes, out of sight, out of mind. Lots of research has found this little trick works. I'll give you an example. A study from Cornell University found that those who left breakfast cereals sitting out on their countertops in plain sight and in a high traffic area in the house weighed 20 pounds more on average when compared to their neighbors that didn't have breakfast cereals sitting out on the countertop. The researchers then looked a bit deeper and found that those who had soda sitting out on their countertops weighed 26 pounds more on average when compared to their neighbors. Still don't believe me? Well, let's think about how, at most retail stores, there are impulse buys when you're at the checkout counter. It was discovered that within just 1 year, Americans spent about $6 billion on these impulse buys. You see it, you buy it. You see it, you eat it. So if we hide it, we may be able to avoid it. All right, that'll do it for the Thursday episode. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll be back here tomorrow for the Friday Q&A and where your optimal life awaits.